What's going on YouTube? It's your boy TVK. I'm so glad to finally be back and making more videos. And I'm really excited for this one because this is my first ever sponsored video on this channel, and it's sponsored by an incredible service called DistroKid. And I'll be talking a little bit more about them in just a second. And I especially wanted to make that past video because a lot of younger orchestral musicians, they kind of think there are only 4 ways you can make music, teaching, solo, chamber, or playing in an orchestra. But there are so many different ways. If you're okay with getting a little creative and entrepreneurial, there's so many different ways that you can make a little bit of coin and make this thing called music your job. So today's video focus is on getting the music that you make out into the world, and also some ideas on how to get started making your own music. So speaking of getting your music out there, I'm gonna talk a little bit about today's sponsor, DistroKid. They are an incredible service that gets your music published on wonderful streaming sites like Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, Amazon, even Pandora. It's an incredible service, an incredible value, because for just $20 a year, you can upload as many projects and albums and songs as you want. For that subscription, like $20 a year, you can upload as much as you want. There are other services that require you to pay a certain amount of money per project or per track, but DistroKid is not that kind of service. And if you have been thinking about getting your music out there, you want to show up on iTunes, you want to start moving your music in front of ears and eyes, definitely sign up with DistroKid using my code. I'm going to link it right here, and I'm also going to put it in the description. And you'll get 7% off your first year. So I think that's a super dope deal. Less than $20 to have the ability to upload as many projects as you want per year. I'm down for that. And I'm just so humbled that this opportunity came around when I'm about to drop my very first rap classical music single called Duality. I will be using DistroKid to disseminate it everywhere. So I'm not just telling you about a service that, wanted to get some exposure. I believe in this product and I use this product, and I want you guys to give it a look yourself. And also, just a last caveat, if you make covers like I do of pop songs and things like that, they can also help you get licensing so you can put those things on Spotify, and I think that's just an incredible service, above and beyond, if you ask me. Anyway, let's get back to making your own music though, because there are a few ways that I've kind of thought about how to make my own music, and I think they can be helpful to you. So first of all, I think one way that you can make your own music and kind of flex your arranging and compositional muscles so you can get more comfortable making your original songs is going into making cover music. And I wouldn't say just look at the most popular songs on the Billboard 100, but also find a project that's gonna give you a lot of inspiration. Is there a video game that you loved growing up? Maybe make a cover album of that. Or if there's like a particular TV show that you just can't get enough of, maybe start going and making covers of your favorite TV shows and build your niche there. I think starting small and then expanding in the cover realm is really important, and you can use DistroKid to get licensing for those covers and actually get them on Spotify, not just here on YouTube. Bottom line, I think making covers is an essential part of the learning process, especially if you don't know anything about composition. It requires that you listen to a song incessantly, study it, see how it's composed, break it down to its constituent parts, and then rebuild it in your own fascinating way. And at the end of the day, that's what songwriting is. It's just gonna train you to get used to building musical stems. And I think that is something that, they don't teach in school. They don't really teach you how to get inside Logic and make your own stuff that makes your heart beat. So definitely give that a look. Number 2, you can do what I like to call old-fashioned covers, or music that's in the public domain, like classical music or jazz standards. If you want to record a CD, go for it, do it, and then disseminate it on Spotify and all these different things so you can start getting some exposure and making some money from a project that might have never even existed. Think about it, so many grad students, myself included, prepare an entire graduation recital and then never record it. I know that may sound weird at first, and if it does, let me just ask you one question. So you're telling me you were ready to go perform in front of a jury of people that would have determined whether or not you got into a competition, maybe even to the point where it was like televised or streamed. You were willing to face all of that. One chance, you're willing to do that in front of all those people, but you're not willing to take time into the studio to get the best take you possibly can of your Schubert sonata. Like, you're not willing to do that. That's very interesting, because you did all this work, and even if you win the concerto, you have nothing to show for it except, you know, a certificate or bragging rights. It's really important to make sure that the goals that you're building towards also can help you have a tangible product at the end of it. It's just such a much more efficient way to build your career. And so if you were really thinking about you're gonna make money, you're not necessarily sure if you wanna go straight into orchestras, maybe start recording some sonatas that you did in college and record them and put that ish on Spotify, homie. You may not even know. You may make some blogs. Maybe some blogs will discover your recording and then start writing about you. And that's how you make your way into a soloist career. There are just so many different ways you can do this music thing and get your music in front of other people. So yeah, give that a look. Another way to get your music in front of other people is to collaborate with a composer and work on a unique piece of music that only you play, so you have the definitive recording of that music, and then put it out there. The thing about the internet, guys, it is the most efficient way for you to be discovered in today's day and age. It is word of mouth on steroids, and yes, you may get only a couple of streams, but who's to say one of those streams isn't somebody from New York Times, or isn't somebody who knows someone in the New York Times and has the ear of someone in a major publication? You don't know, so just put your music out there and let it sit. Do the best you can, put it out there, and then think about the next projects. I'm telling you, waiting for opportunity isn't the way to move forward in your career. Maybe let opportunity find you. And that's what the internet can do for you. And the last little way that you can make your own music is to make your own original music and then put it out there for the world to hear. And that's the step that I'm going into. The beauty of making your own original music that nobody has the copyright to, you get 100% of your publishing rights. So if you sign up with a PRO like BMI or ASCAP, and a commercial decides to pick up your single or your music and play it in a commercial, you get royalties for that. You get all the royalties for that. And even if you have somebody who helps you make the beat and you decide on sharing publishing, that's your money, dude. People are playing your music. That's all of your money. You're not making covers. You're not having to license somebody else's IP. It is your intellectual property. And the thing that's most valuable about making your own music, especially music with lyrics, is that it allows people to have an intimate conversation with you, or at least you would have a conversation with them. And it gives them a chance to look at you, maybe in your most vulnerable, maybe in your most insecure, and have them see something in you and say, me too. And in a very positive way. You give people a chance to take ownership over who you are and what you have to say. And that is how you build bands for life. And honestly, I mean, I know as a classical cat, I play the viola, but I don't think there's a way for someone to listen to your viola and really feel as closely connected to you as you can with poetry, as you can with your words. So think about writing your own lyrics too, because that is going to be absolutely essential in building a devoted fan base. So I don't know, like, if you're still here, first of all, thank you. I know this is a long video. I love your face. And like, if you want me to post like a stream of consciousness, give a thumbs up. I'll see if I can just do a fireside chat where I just literally spit everything at you, like my mind, my mental state, what's been going on, where am I going forward. I think an update video is necessary. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about how to make money as a musician, how to move forward as a musician, I've learned a lot since the last time I started posting on this. So please hit me up. I want to continue to provide value for you and make your life just a little bit better. But anyway, I hope you had a great day, and don't forget to play, homie, play.